Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, and the loving audience, all beautiful people present here from all around the globe. I, Miss Nada Ratkovic, IIU board member, country director, IIU Croatia, the president of Research Center IIU, welcome you all to the Mentor Development Program, Batch 5, the day 2. Let us introduce our great organizer. International Internship University is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses, internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of its 1,000 plus global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries, 6 continents, under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. First, I want to thanks to our great Sir Piyush Pandit, for giving us this opportunity, for giving us the great IIU. And also, I want to thanks to our Dr. Snikta, who is mentoring this program, who is a project director of the Mentor Development Program. So thank you both from the bottom of my heart. Now, today, day 2. Yesterday, we have a great day with our Sir Ravi. Sir Ravi, I think that we all learn a lot. We all enjoy in the interactive session. Today, we have an amazing second trainer. He was yesterday with us, but today he has his role. Today, his role is the main role, and it is Professor Kerudin Sulkarmin, the FCILT, currently adjunct professor at the Faculty of Business and Technology, Asia Metropolitan University, AMU, and industry advisory panel member. Meritas University has more than 40 years of corporate GLC credentials behind his name, with industry exposure spanning publishing, university, investment, cooperatives, hospitality, services, learning and development, travel, transportation, ICT, unit trust, fund management, automotive insurance, the collision repair industries. So you see how many knowledge he has. He has been visiting professor, adjunct professor, senior research fellow, board of advisors, subject matter expert, a member of examination boards at more than 10 public private universities in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and Philippines. He has been invited to present papers at conferences globally and locally, present keynote addresses, chair, moderator, and as panelists from both industry and academia in places among others including Jakarta, Manila, Cairo, Bangkok, Singapore, Chicago, New York, Washington, Paris, Columbia. So our great Professor Karudin is a global traveler. And yes, he's a recipient of so many recognitions, awards. 2013, the Asia HRD Award in Jakarta, HDP Group Blue Ocean Best Operating Company CEO Award at the Bali. So let our great Professor Karudin to inspire us today. Professor Karudin, the IIU stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you, my friend, Prof. Nada. I was worried when you read my profile, my CV. Now you're making me nervous.
Yes, Professor Karudin and me, we are very often together in so many sessions, moderating, panelists, and etc. So he's my great friend also.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bonjour, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on planet Earth. For the next, what do you call, an hour and a half or so, I will try and share with you the continuation of our mentoring development program, which was kicked off yesterday by our Prof. Ravi, and tonight is my turn, and tomorrow night it will be nicely wrapped up and completed by Prof. Nada herself. Okay, now let me share my slides. Okay.
Yes, you can, Professor Karudin, you can.
Okay.
Professor Karudin, it's not yet visible. You will see your Zoom.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Yes.
right.
Put a full screen.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have time to change. It's supposed to be batch 5, not 4.
Right. Before our Professor Karudin start, please be muted. Please be muted now. Please. Okay. Professor.
Okay, Nada?
Yes, you can start. Yes.
Can I start now? Okay. Now, this is the table of contents. Okay, module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, which was given to me. Okay, normally I will start off with an exercise. Okay, choose one of the diagrams below. Don't take too long. Okay, for all my participants who are with me tonight. Okay, this is a square. This is a triangle. This is a circle. This is a rectangle. And this is a squeezy or a zigzag. So now feel free, quickly choose. Okay, don't think so much. Choose one of the diagrams. I'll give you half a minute to decide. Okay, once you have done that, you can what you call write your answer on the chat box. That which one that you have what do you call let me see. Okay, right. Zigzag, okay. Zigzag, zigzag, circle, okay. Circle, triangle, circle, circle. Wow, this is interesting. Circle, any more? I see a lot of circle here. One triangle, okay. Zigzag, zigzag, circle, triangle, circle, circle, a lot of circle. Okay, that's one square. Okay. 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 Now let us see. What is it that you have chosen? Okay. Okay. Now, I see a lot of squares just now. Square means what? You're a hard worker. You like structured and organized environment. You love data, dependable, tenacious, likes to do the job yourselves, likes things in writing, make sure things get done well, likes lots of details, will not tolerate sloppy work. Wow, I see a lot of squares just now. Okay. Then triangle, leader. There's some of you who chose triangle. You're a leader, you're very focused, loves recognition, very sure people, outspoken, very focused on goal at hand, loves lists and sticky notes, independent, likes to do his or her own thing, and always get the best deals. Okay, for those of you who chose rectangle, you are sick of being a square and reaching upward like a triangle, excited, unpredictable, excellent student, less frozen than other students, team players, thinks well in groups. Okay, and then for those, there's a lot of people who chose circle also just now. Okay, likes harmony, fun, nurturing. Okay, caretaker, loves people with problems so that they can help them solve problems. Well, I guess most teachers are like that. Okay, that's good. Best listener and best communicator, has good gut ideas, trustworthy, cannot stand conflict, have a hard time saying no, has many friends. So for those of you who chose circle, that's what you are. Let's see whether it reflects you. Okay, those who chose scribble, open-ended, most creative, highly conceptual, broad ideas, ask what if a lot, future-oriented, not a detailed person, has lots of ideas, both good and bad, good troubleshooter, and has a short attention span. So if you are a scribbler, if you choose this scribble, that means you are like the Gen Y, no, not Gen Y, Gen Z, the millennials or the Gen Alpha, because this Gen, they like to do things and they don't stay long. You know, they don't like something, they just move on, okay, on the iPad or whatever. So you see, has a short attention span. So I hope you don't really have a short attention span, because I'm worried after 5 minutes, you may just switch off and not listen to my training session. Okay, let me move on. Okay, in the old VUCA, we need to give new leaders Viagra. That is the world. We live in a VUCA world, okay? What is VUCA world? Volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So when you're training young people, you're training future leaders, I used to say this, okay, jokingly, we need to give them Viagra. Okay, not what some of you are thinking, not that Viagra. This Viagra that I meant here is V stands for versatile, inspiring, assertive, gung-ho, resourceful, and finally agility. So these are the traits that we make sure that we pass down or we train or we unleash, because most of this is in everybody. Most people don't realize that they have it. So it's our job as leaders, as mentors, to unleash them. Okay, let's move on. Now, the new normal needs a new vaccine. So after the COVID pandemic, okay, 2 years, almost coming to 3 years now, okay, we are still in the VUCA world, but the VUCA world has now been redefined. So the new world means you need to have vision, you need to have understanding, you need to have clarity, and you need to have agility. Unlike the previous VUCA, which is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Now the world is still volatile, but you need to have vision, understanding, clarity, and agility. And in this new world, what do you need to do to give to young people to prepare future leaders, and even to upgrade, upskill, reskill, okay, and multi-skill us? We need to give us and the young ones vaccine, which means they must be able to be versatile. Again, they must be assertive, they must be competent, they must be collaborative, okay, understanding, collaborative, and they must also still continue to be inspiring. And then they must have a higher level of networking skills, and they must know, understand, and practice empowering, which means giving people adequate power, their subordinates, to carry out things. Because if you don't empower them, you don't give them enough power, they cannot do the job. But the danger is most people think, or most young people think, if I empower you, means that I'm giving you power. No, I'm giving you enough power to get things that you need to do. But if anything goes wrong, if you screw up, you know, the responsibility is still me, is still mine. So we need to understand it. As leaders, we need to understand this very well. Okay, let me move on. Okay, module 3. Okay, I'm responsible for module 3 onwards. The module 1 and 2 has already been covered much earlier, yesterday. Okay, now module 3, entitlements. Okay, leadership. A mentor should be a good leader, a leader who knows the way, goes the way, who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Now, leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of individuals to influence and guide followers or other members of an organization. Leadership quality is a very important aspect of the mentor. I repeat that, yeah. Leadership quality is a very important aspect of the mentor. Let's move on. Okay, now profession. Mentoring is a profession. The mentor should be an expert in his profession. A profession is an occupation, trade, craft, or activity in which one has professed expertise in a particular area. A job, especially one requiring a high level of skill or training. Now, a mentor should be the master of the subject. He should have in-depth knowledge about his profession and subject. He should be able to understand loopholes. A good learner, a good coach, and an expert are a few of the qualities of the mentor. Next slide. Okay, a mentor should be a subject expertise and a resource person. Now, a resource person is a person with expertise in a certain area who may be called upon as necessary to perform a task or provide information. And a mentor is a trained resource person who is there to answer questions and offer support. Okay, let's move on. Vision. A good mentor must also have a vision. Okay, a vision is a sense by which the qualities of an object as the color that make up its appearance are perceived through a process in which light rays entering the eye are transformed into signals that pass to the brain. Now, a mentor should be a visionary. His vision should be clear. Okay, let's move on. Commitment. Again, when you are a good mentor, if you are a mentor, a professional mentor, trained to be a mentor, you should be able to display commitment. Okay, when people like you, they will know whether you have commitment or not. What is a commitment? A commitment is a promise or agreement to do something. It is a responsibility. Okay, commitment is defined as a willingness to give your time and energy to something that you believe in, or a promise or firm decision to do something. Okay. Commitment leads to action. Next point, action brings your dream closer. Okay. Next point, a mentor should be committed to his profession and vision. Without commitment, mentor cannot have depth in anything. When a mentor is committed to something, he accepts no excuses, but gives only results. Let's move on. Okay, team building. Just now we talk about commitment. We talk about what they call a lot of things already. Okay, the last few slides. Now, team building. A mentor must be someone who believes in team building, who builds the team. Now, team building is the action or process of causing a group of people to work together effectively as a team, especially utilizing activities and events designed to increase motivation and promote cooperation. Now, team building is a structured practice in the skills teams need to perform optimally at work. The purpose of any team building is to build a stronger unit of people working together. Team building has many benefits in every endeavor. It improves productivity, increases employee motivation, encourages collaboration, and builds trust and respect among employees. Okay. Let's move on to the next slide. Now, the mentor is responsible for team building. Now, what's the importance of team building? Already mentioned just now. Let's reiterate, reinforce it. What's the importance of team building? Number one, builds trust. Two, regulates communication. Number three, increases productivity. Number four, brings people together. And number five, foster creativity and learning. Okay. Number six, healthy competition, encourages healthy competition. Number 7, makes people more accepting. Number 8, resolves conflicts. Okay, employees can acquire skills. And number 10, improves company culture. So that's the importance of team building. 10 elements that makes up why team building is important. Okay, and who's responsible for team building? It's the mentor. It's you, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who are going to be professional mentors after this. Now, the importance of team building again. The importance of team building is all about practice. When a team participates in team building activities, they're really preparing for important real world situations that demand cohesion. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the benefits of team building activities. The benefits of team building event for work include improving the 3 C's. Okay, what are the benefits of a team building event? You go out and let's go and have a team building. There are 3 things. Okay, what do you call the clear benefit? There's 3. The 3 C's, if you may. I like to remember the 3 C's: collaboration, communication, companionship. Enhancing these 3 team competencies then leads to additional halo benefits, including better morale, stronger motivation, and unified company culture. So one of the ways a lot of organizations, do team building. One of the most important reasons is because they want to, that's where they enhance or they subtly enforce the company culture through team building. Okay. Of course, there are other interventions, other means to do it. Okay, to put in place a company culture. If the CEO is a strong fellow, strong character guy, in no time, he will then come up or develop a company culture. But if the CEO is not so strong and he went to another bigger organization with 10,000 people, 20,000 people, where the corporate culture or the company culture is already there, and he goes in there and he tries to change the culture, hello, take it from me, okay? And from my own experience, I've observed plenty of this. In 5 or 6 months, he will be diluted by the organization, the new organization, and that organization's culture, is what they call gone into him. He is now immersed in the existing company culture instead of the board took him to change the culture. So I've seen plenty of this taking place. So be careful, yeah. Now, non-judgmental. Mentor, remember this, mentor is unbiased, unprejudiced, prejudice-free, accepting, non-partisan, neutral, non-aligned, non-discriminatory, anti-discrimination, objective, disinterested, dispassionate, detached, tolerant, liberal, permissive, broad-minded, undogmatic, and unprescriptive. So, mentors should be non-judgmental. What do you mean by that? Unbiased, unprejudiced, and all those things that I just read to you. Okay? The next slide. Now, yes, the mentor needs to be non-judgmental. Why? Listening without judgment builds essential rapport. Okay? Feedback without judgment is empowering. Both are learned skills. You can learn them and you can teach them to others. Both enable the mentor to make their own decisions and plans with support and guidance, and both create a communication style that can enhance any relationship. So this is at the beginning part of mentoring. Okay, when you're a mentor, I repeat you this part. Okay, both enable the mentor, the person you are mentoring, to make their own decisions and plans with support and guidance from you, and both creates a communication style that can enhance any relationship. So that's very important. Now, as a mentor, you need to establish the relationship with your mentee, and you shouldn't be judgmental. Okay. Now, the mentoring skills model. This circle is mentee specific skills, and you as a mentor, these are your specific skills. So your skills would be instructing, developing capabilities, inspiring, providing corrective feedback, managing risks, and opening doors. Let's look at your mentee. What are the specific skills that they must have? Acquiring mentors, the right mentor for them. learning quickly, showing initiative, following through, managing the relationship. Okay. So the combination of the mentee and the mentor, with this combination, this middle, okay, this convergence unleashes or comes out with new skills, or we call it the shared core skills, listening actively, both the mentor and the mentee, building trust, okay, both the mentor and the mentee, encouraging, okay, and identifying goals and current reality. So this is the mentoring skills model and the shared core skills. So the mentee has got specific skills, the mentor has specific skills. Okay, let's move on. Let me know, okay, if I'm going too fast, yeah. Now, core mentoring skills. Both mentors and mentees should utilize the following core skills in their mentoring partnerships. Number one, listening actively. Active listening is the most basic mentoring skill. The other skills build on and require it. When you listen well, you demonstrate to your mentors and mentees that their concerns have been heard and understood. As a result, they feel accepted by you and trust builds. The way you indicate you're listening intently is by performing several observable behaviors. Okay, what are they? Let's take a look at it. Okay. So mentors should reflecting back certain comments to show your grasp the meaning and feelings behind the message. Okay. Use appropriate non-verbal language, such as looking directly into people's eyes. Looking right into you. Okay. Okay. Nodding your head. Leaning slightly toward them. Look into the eyes and lean slightly. Frowning. Or smiling where appropriate. Avoid interrupting mentors and mentees while they're talking. Okay. Remember and show interest in things they've said in the past. Summarize the key elements. Okay. That's what a mentor should do. Okay. Now, resist the impulse always to turn the conversation to your experiences and opinions and to find immediate solution to problems you may be hearing. Okay, as a mentor, remember this. You have a tendency to tell your own story, share your own thing, okay? You dominate the conversation. No, you should listen. Listen carefully first. The problem solves much later. Okay, I repeat that. Listen carefully first. The mentee's problem solves much later. If your mentors and mentees have habit of immediate problem solving, see if you can help them be better listeners and problem explorers. So, okay, let's move on. Okay, building trust. What do you mean by that? The more that your mentors and mentees trust you, the more committed they'll be to your partnerships with them, and the more effective you'll be. This trust develops over time if your mentors and mentees observe certain appropriate behaviors on your part. Okay, let's move on. Now, to become trustable, you must, number one, keep confidences shared by your mentors and mentees. Spend appropriate time together. Follow through on your promises to them. Respect your mentors and mentees' boundaries. Admit your errors and take responsibility for correcting them. Before anyone gets confused, okay, and not following me, okay, you see the word mentors and mentees, which means to say that this program is preparing you to be a certified global mentor, which means to say that you will be mentoring and you will be teaching mentors and mentees. So these are some of the guidelines for you to become trustable by your new potential mentors and mentees. Okay, follow through your promises to them. Respect your mentors and mentees' boundaries. Admit your errors and take responsibility for correcting them. Tactfully share your feedback. Are dissatisfied with something, so they'll know you're honest with them. Okay. Now, encouraging. The most valued mentoring skill is encouraging. This includes giving your mentoring partners recognition and sincere positive verbal feedback. Effective mentors encourage their mentees, while in turn helps increase the mentees' confidence and enables them to develop. At the same time, successful mentees make a point of positively reinforcing their mentors, which serves to keep the mentors focused and motivated. Provide genuine positive feedback to your mentors and mentees regularly. Right? Let's move on. Okay, while there are many ways to encourage, and mentors and mentees can differ in the type and amount of encouragement they like, you can compliment your mentees on accomplishments and actions. Point out positive traits in addition to their performance and accomplishments. Praise them privately one-to-one. I repeat that. Praise them privately one-to-one. Commend them in front of other people. Okay? Okay? Express thanks and appreciation. Write encouraging memos or email and leave a complimentary voicemail. Be certain that your praise and encouragement are sincere. There's a difference between commending and praising. Okay, if you want to praise them privately one-to-one. If you want to make a commendation, you know, well, it's a what do you call it? It's a more reduced form of praise. Okay, commend them in front of other people. Okay, right. Let's move on. Okay, identifying goals and current reality. Mentors should have a personal vision, specific goals, and a good grasp of current reality. This is important. As a mentor, be clear on and talk to your mentees about their visions, dreams, and career life goals. They'll be interested in your current reality, your view of your strengths and limitations, as well as the current reality of situation within your organization, and one help recognizing theirs as well. Mentor should know his or her tentative goals, strengths, what development you need, and the specific assistance you'd like. Let me move on. To demonstrate the mentoring skill, know what's important to you and what you value and desire most. Okay. Recognize areas in which you are able to perform well. Very concrete examples of behaviors you can perform at the good to excellent level. Identify specific weaknesses or growth areas observed in yourself and ones noted by others. Set tentative ones, 1 to 5 year goals to reach in your personal life and career. Describe accurately the reality of your abilities and situation. Effective mentors are constantly fine-tuning this self-knowledge, incorporating new feedback and observations regularly. But I need to comment on this, 1 to 5 year goals. This is the old way, okay? The world has changed. Now you don't make 1 to 5 year goals. Maybe, yeah, but not that important. Because you need to know the reality now, and your goals should be more short-term because things change very fast. And it's even a 1 year what you call goal setting is already long. You should set a 6-month goal. Again, it depends on the people or what you call the country you are in or the situation that you are in. But this 1 to 5 year goal it can be there, but maybe what you call not very applicable in today's terms. Okay, like I said, things change fast. Probably some you may disagree with me, but that's how I view it. All right. Let's move on. Okay, now what are the critical skills for mentors? Mentors use several specific competencies in an attempt to help mentees to develop. Okay, mentoring means is actually encompassing training, motivation, advice, success, direction, coaching, support, and goal. So in a nutshell, this photograph or this what you call diagram summarizes what are the critical skills that mentors must have and understand and know and pay attention to it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Right? Now, okay. Instructing, developing capabilities. Probably all mentors do some teaching or instructing as part of the mentoring. Am I right? Okay. The skill is especially important in formal mentoring. This seldom means that you will give formal speeches and lectures. Okay. Instead, your instructing will usually be more informal, from modeling specific behaviors or to conveying ideas and processes one-on-one in a tutoring mode. Okay. A mentor. Okay. Be a learning broker as you assist your mentees in finding resources such as people, books, software, websites, and other information sources. Help them recognize inspiring actions they took in the past and ways to excel again. It's always tempting to tell mentees what to do, and in fact, to have them follow in your footsteps. That's dangerous. Don't ever do that. Okay. Your challenge as a mentor is to ensure that your mentees identify and pursue their own form of greatness, not necessarily yours. Okay, I like to repeat this. Your challenge as a mentor is to ensure that your mentees identify and pursue their own form of greatness, not necessarily yours. Okay. Some outstanding mentors use language, stories, metaphors, and powerful phrases to inspire their mentees. I do that a lot. I do what you call metaphors, and then storytelling. I will read a book, and I meet some things that I like, and that is being used, and that's proven workable. I'll use it. So one of the books that I like most is by this husband and wife team called Professor Zender. The husband is a conductor in the New York Philharmonic Orchestra, and Professor Zender is a psychologist at Harvard Business School. And together, they wrote this book called The Art of Possibility. If you have the time later on, Google it and then take a look at it. Recently, I went to Kunikuniya, the KL bookshop in KL, to buy some more books. There's no stock. I buy a lot of it and I give it away to my students, my BBA students, MBA students, the BBA students, and even to some sessions, training sessions. I will ask some question. If they have the correct answer, to the winner will get a copy of that book, The Art of Possibility. Okay, let me move on. Inspiring. One skill that separates superb mentors from very good ones is the ability to inspire their mentees to greatness. By setting an example yourself and helping your mentees experience other inspirational people and situations, you can help them onto future paths that excite and motivate even beyond their original dreams. Mentors vary in their ability to be inspiring. Okay, different people have different ways of, have different abilities or different ways to inspire their mentees. Okay, mentors can do inspiring actions yourself, which challenge your mentees to improve. Help them observe others who are inspiring. Arrange other inspirational experiences for them. Challenge them to rise above the mundane and do important things in life. Okay, so mentors can do all this. Inspire actions. Okay, help them observe others who are inspiring. Arrange inspirational experiences for them, and challenge them to rise above the mundane and do important things in life. Now, providing corrective feedback. Just now we mentioned, we came across providing corrective feedback. What do you mean by providing corrective feedback? In addition to giving frequent and sincere positive feedback, effective mentors should also be willing and able to give mentees corrective feedback. When you observe your mentees making mistakes or performing in less than desirable ways, you should be direct with your mentees, letting them know what you perceive and providing some better ways for handling the situation. It will probably be better for them to hear it from you than from others. Okay, this is an aspect of the mentor's protection skills, managing risk describe later. We will describe it. Okay. One of the first things you can discuss with your mentees is if and how they'd like to receive the feedback. At the same time, you'll be more likely to give feedback if you're invited to do so. But the trouble or the mistake most of us make, most mentors make, is to give immediate feedback when they are not even required or they're not asked for. Hey, wait, okay, wait for them, to ask you, okay, when it's really you to give the corrective feedback. Otherwise, you piss them off and you frizzling them off. You're like pouring cold water on their head. So be careful about that, about when to provide corrective feedback. Okay. A mentor should attempt to use should attempt to use positive, non-derogatory, business-like words and tone of voice with mentees when their behaviors or products unsatisfactory. Next one, give corrective feedbacks in private. Give corrective feedback in private. We saw that earlier. Give the feedback as soon as possible after the performance. Okay. Teach your mentees new knowledge, skills, attitude by explaining, giving effective examples, and asking thought-provoking questions. Help your mentees gain broader perspective of the organizations, including history, value, culture, and politics. Demonstrate or model effective behaviors, pointing out what you're trying to do. Help them monitor performance and refocus steps as needed. A key part of your instruction is teaching the mentoring process. You can do this by making process comments, pointing out, naming, doing.
Professor Karudin. Professor Karudin.
Okay, mentors. Sorry. Did anyone?
Nothing, Professor. I lost connection. That is why. Please.
Oh, okay.
Please continue.
Okay. All right. Let me carry on. Yeah. Mentors will help mentees recognize the risks involved in actions and projects, make suggestions to help avoid major mistakes in judgment or action, help them learn to prepare well, get wise counsel, then trust their own decisions and actions. If requested in difficult situations, intervene as your mentees advocate with others. Mentees have identified managing risk as an increasing important mentoring skill. Okay, so this is part of the risk, managing the risk. Okay, and mentees have identified managing risk as an increasing important mentoring skill. Okay. Okay, opening doors. Number 5. Mentors are usually in a position to provide visibility for their mentees. This means opening the right doors that allow them to meet people and to demonstrate to different audiences what they can do. So if you can do this to your mentees, especially in the organization, if you're the coach, if you're the mentor, you need to finally, the important thing, the important skill of a coach, which means that you have developed this trust. Your mentee trusts you and you trust your mentee. You have come to a level of trust that so much so you will now go, what you call beyond your way to open doors for your mentee. Okay. Research has shown that when mentors vouch for mentees in the ways mentioned, their work is much more likely to be well received. Okay? If you open a door to your mentee, word gets around. The trust from your mentee, it goes a long way for you, okay? As a mentor. Let me move on. Okay, mentors should put in a good word to people who could help your mentees reach desired goals, which is what just now we're talking about, opening doors. Personally introduce your mentees to appropriate contexts. Make certain your mentees' abilities are noticed by others. My mentors did that for me before. So now, when I have a mentee, I have a few mentees, that's what I have also done for them. Okay. Now, where was I? Make certain abilities are noticed. Okay. Give your mentees assignments or opportunities that enable them to interact with important colleagues, suppliers, or customers. Okay. Suggest other resources for your mentees to pursue. Okay. Oh, I'm done. This is actually my normally my last slide. I will, what you call, when I see this English cottage, and it means that I've come to the end of my slides. Let me see if there's anything else. Let me just check. Oh, there is an exercise. Never mind. So, let me quickly tell you the story. Now, apparently, in about 100 years ago, I got this story from the book by Professor Rosbeth Moskenter, the renowned lady professor at Harvard Business School. She wrote the book called The Challenges of Organizational Change. And inside the book, she had this parable or this short story. And the story apparently was written by an old English author by the name of Charles Lamb. Now, according to Charles Lamb, it seems 100 years ago, people in England, the English lives in thatch houses like this. Well, even now they do, okay, in the village. They live upstairs, and below is all their domestic animals. Their cows, their chickens, their sheep, and whatnot, their goats. Okay, that it seems, according to the story, one day they went to another village to have a feast. All the village folk left. So what do you call so what happened was whenever they want to have a feast, what the village folk did is they choose a house like this, get a sheep, put inside the house and burn the house. But related to organizational change, according to Professor Rosbeth Moskenter, okay, after putting the story, this is what he described the story. To her, what do you call, she interpreted the story as, if you don't know how the sheep or the goat gets cooked, you are going to be wasting hell of a lot of houses. That's the moral of the story. So similarly, in life, when you become a mentor, when you become a mentee, you need to know, okay? You need how to know things happen. What causes it to happen? What are the kind of things that will help you to solve the problem? So if you don't know, then you might end up being this, what you call village folk, you know? If you don't know how the sheep gets cooked, you're going to be wasting hell of a lot of houses. Okay. I hope you follow my story. All right, let me move on. Okay, this is the questions that I normally give. Okay, on the first one, when I started, I gave you the profiling, but what do you call? We won't do this now. Okay, my time. I think Prof. Nada, is my time up? Prof. Nada, are you there? Okay. I have 46 questions here. Okay, 46 questions here. All you need to do is what do you call choose A or B, and you will get the slides. You can do this at your own leisure, okay, at home or in the office or wherever. Okay, and then when you have chosen either A or B to all these 46 questions, then you can put them here. You can. This is the personality indicator answer sheet. Okay. If your question, these are the questions. Question 1, question 2, all the questions are there until question 46. So if you answer question 1, you say your answer is A, you put a mark across there. If it's a B, mark there. So you answer all the questions, put your A. So in this column, you see which of the which one has got the most. If your answer, a lot of the answer is you mark B, okay, you add, you total up, okay, if this column is more, then you bring this alphabet I into this column, okay, and then same thing here, which one is more? The question 2, 5, 6, 12, 16, what did you answer? Did you choose A or B? So if it's A is more than B, after you have totaled up, and then you bring this alphabet down. So if this is more, that will be S, okay? Same thing with this column. So which one is more, then you will bring either one of the alphabet down. And then same thing with this, either one of the alphabet down. So you would have 4 alphabets, okay, in this column. That 4 alphabet will describe your personality profile, what kind of person you are, okay? I'll just quickly show you. You can try this out, okay? Later on your own. Okay, so if you get an ISTJ, okay, if in this box you get an ISI, okay, ISTJ, okay, then you would be a systemizer. So it depends on what you get, either ISFJ, INTJ, okay, INTP, depending on on how you answer them, okay. So you can be a systemizer, a preserver, a strategizer, personalizer, a doer, a performer, a stabilizer, a socializer, an energizer, a trailblazer, an innovator. So if you have ENTP, means you are an innovator. Clarifier, theorizer, okay? What's a theorizer? Logical and precise. That's the kind of person you are. Intense, desire to understand and build systems to support the understanding, persevering, and thorough, somewhat impersonal. So if you get INTP, that's the sort of guy, okay, you are. All right? So that's it. That's the exercise, or rather my favorite personality profile indicator. Okay, all right, okay. Now, the 4th unwise monkey, again, my favorite. Okay, we are familiar with all the 3 monkeys, right? See no evil, I see no evil, I hear no evil, and I speak no evil. But the world has changed now. Remember, we saw just now, the VUCA world, yeah, the world is changed. Now we have the 4th monkey. I got this from a Japanese CEO on a webinar in India. I think he was doing a presentation, and then I saw he shared this slide, so I quickly, took a snap. So I borrowed from him. Okay, but I like this because you see, now you have 4 monkeys to deal with. What's the 4th monkey? The 4th monkey? Follow and share all evils. So this is what most of us have become, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please don't become the 4th monkey. Check your facts first. To be a good mentor, you need to know your facts. And then make sure that people are not unduly, misled. So you need to be truthful, honest, high integrity. So please, guys, okay, don't become the 4th monkey. Follow and share all evils. Okay, let me move on. Okay, there are 4 ladies. Okay, that must never be in any meetings. Okay, Mona, Donna, Fiona. I got this from Indonesia. I learned it from my friend in Indonesia. And this one I added. Okay, Wona. Okay, and then the lady that you can have, you must have. This one you must never have before. But this one, Lisa, this is the lady you must have in any meetings. Why? Okay. Lisa, listen to instruction and straight away take action. But if you have Mona inside the meeting room, you know what? She meetings only, no action. Have Donna inside the meeting room, she will discuss only, no action. And then if you have Fiona inside, apologies, any of you whose name starts with Mona, Donna, Fiona, or Wona. Fiona, what do you call? Fantastic ideas only, no action. And then Wona, this is the one. This is the one I added. Okay, WhatsApp only, no action. Okay. This is to share with you. All right. Next one. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. Any questions or violent objections? I'm done. So now let me, what do you call, see if anyone wants to, okay, Nada, back to you. See if there's any participants who may want to share. Do I still have time or time's up? Prof. Nada, you're muted.
Did anyone have questions? Please ask Professor Karudin if something is not clear before we finish. Also, I want all to open the camera.
For a group photo, please open up your cameras.
Also that, yes. Yes. Okay. Where are other? Okay, Marlena. Marlena. Okay. Okay. Professor Karudin, what you say?
Yes.
It was really a great session. Thank you. Thank you for explaining everything in the detail. You make a great work like always. If we don't have questions, I want to thanks again to our great sir, Sir Piyush, for this opportunity, for Dr. Snigta, for making this great project at the 5 time. To all our great attendees, I hope that you learned today and yesterday a lot. Tomorrow I'm a mentor, a trainer, so we will finish with me the last day. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us. Also, this is not only the program what IIU have. We have so many programs where you can be involved. Your students, you can be a research person every month.
Deepak.
Yes.
Prof. Nada.
Yes.
Deepak raised his hand. Is there anything you want to ask, Deepak?
I see that.
Deepak.
Thank
Brother
you.
Deepak.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. You are visible and audible, both.
Namaste from India.
Namaste.
Professor Karuddin, I sincerely appreciate this was a profound and highly enlightening experience for me. I'm really touched, and I feel there's a lot of things I have learned. I would love to personally connect with you because I feel there's a ocean of information that you have. A feedback I would love to give is I was so touched to see highly energetic and ever smiling person throughout the session. So I think this itself is
Professor Karudin.
This itself is a wonderful example how a great mentor should be cheerful and smiling. This is what I have picked up from you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Brother Deepak, thank you very much.
Any more feedback?
I see Dr. Inga there. Hello, Dr. Inga.
Hello. Congratulations. Thank you so much for wonderful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Inga. All right.
As always, it's great job.
Okay. Professor Miriam, do you want to say something?
Where is Professor Mariam? I don't see her.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, Mariam. Mariam, another Georgian representative. Yes, Professor Mariam.
Okay, so if we don't have more questions, we will finish till tomorrow.
All right.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you at the day 3 on in the Mentor Development Batch 5. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.